Hello everyone, it's Harun. I hope you are doing well today. And here we are again together. It's another day. Thing that we call day. Which means the night has passed. We woke up. Our bodies starts to have the sense of freshness after the night of sleep, and this freshness, this new energy that made us get out of our beds and start acting as we do every day. This is what we call a day. It's interesting, isn't it? Because it is really our bodies it is not ourselves. Let's look into this together, because when I speak, I truly don't have any idea of what I'm about to speak. I just try to sort of sink into this moment and follow it to see what's in it. And then sometimes this is a good way to have a real experience of sharing together something. Just be here with me. Look at this. I have to show you. See this bird? It's amazing. See how beautiful life is. So magnificent. And it's for free. So, let's get back to our little talk together. So we have a sense of self, and we've started to look at it in our previous talks together. What is the self? What is the thing that I call myself? please, when I speak, please try to check everything that I say in your own immediate experience. What is the thing that you call yourself? Because when I speak about myself, I immediately see that there is an image of me inside my head. An image of Harun. And it's very simple. I actually see the imagination of someone. I see my face in this imagination, and I see the expressions on my face. I see the reactions, the way that I react to every situation. It is like a movie that I have in my head of myself, an image. But if you take a close look at this image that you might have in your head of yourself, whether your name is Harun or Bob or Kobe, Sharon, each and every one of us has this image inside our heads. So, what is this image? What is an image in our heads? Isn't an image simply a memory? I once saw myself in the mirror, and the image that I saw in the mirror stuck in my head as a memory. And this memory is what I call Harun, myself. So an image is a memory. Memory is our amazing capability of humans to create in our heads images or memories. And so we have this capacity or capability of doing this. And this capacity has given us as human species an enormous advantage in relation to any other species, but this is another subject, because I want to talk about the shadow of this capacity. And the shadow is the fact that as long as I recognize myself as a memory in my head, an image, it has a terrible price, terrible outcomes, terrible implications, because each and every image belongs to the past. A memory is always the past. So, myself is the past. I have an image that I remember, that I created somewhere in my past. This image I recognize as myself, and this self is the one that chooses every step that I take in my life. Everything that I want, everything that I think, everything that I say, everything that I do upon this memory of my past self that stuck in my head somewhere in my past. So our lives is unavoidably a constant creation of our past. The memory is the one who lives. Our lives are the memory. We can never be fresh, and we can never know our true life potential or our true self, if there is any at all, as long as we live according to this image in our heads. This is the exact reason, and the only reason, maybe, that peace can ever be existed for humankind on earth. Because of course, the thing that decides, that choose, that make decisions, that act in our leaders' minds, and of course in each and every one of us, is always our past. If I sit and talk to someone in each and every relationship that we have, no matter what relationship is it new or is it old, the two things that create the relationships are two worlds of imaginations, two false selves, two images, one of myself and the other of the person that is in a relationship with me. So two imaginary worlds communicate with each other, two pasts. All of my pains, all of my hopes, my dreams, my wishes, my needs, my doubts, my angers, all of this psychological content that I have, that compose this self, this memory, because it's not just an image, it's much more. It's all this, it's all the psychological content of myself, of my past. This is what create my relationship with another psychological content of another person. So if you experience, as many of us, and I would say as most of us, if you experience pain or difficulty or suffering in your relationships, in your lives, and you cannot understand what's going on, what am I doing wrong? The main reason for this is because we don't know who we are. What dictates every step that we take, every word that we say to one another is just memories in our heads. We are never new. We are never here and now. And we create our past because memory is limited. And if I act upon my memory, I limit each and every moment to the borders of my memory. Which is never relevant anyway to this moment. Not in the sense of being, of unconditional joy, love. Ourselves are never relevant. Of course, they might be relevant in the sense of the area of trying to fit into this world, to say that we have an experience in, let's say I have an experience in music, okay? So if I want to play with someone, to go and play with a band, so of course my past is relevant in this sense. Then I would say that I know how to do this, and I know how to do this, I know how to arrange music, how to play, how to write music, etc. This is the right way to use our memory. Memory is not a bad thing, but the trouble is that we recognize ourselves as this memory. This is where all my troubles, or our troubles, begin. As long as we live as a memory, as an implication of images of ourselves, we live in a vicious circle of our past. We create our past over and over again. It's like a jail. We are in a jail of our pasts. And this is suffering. So, what can we do about this? Of course, as I mentioned, when our leaders are sitting together and try to solve big issues in this world, they can never ever do this because they bring their past, the things that happened psychologically to each and every one of them, to the table, and these images of their past have these conversations about peace. But the past is always limited, painful, doubtful, non-creative, and can cause only pain. And so, when the conversation about peace ends, we still have wars and suffering, and it will always be like this. So what can we do? If my life is dictated by my image in my head, so all I have to do is to see this fact, to see that I recognize myself by an image. And this image that appears in my head, who is the one that aware of it? If this is the image, my hand here is the image of myself. Who is the one who sees it inside my head? The one that is beyond this image, this awareness or consciousness that is no image at all. It is very simple. Everything that you see inside your head is an image. It can be the image of yourself, or of someone else, or of things. It doesn't matter. Everything that you can know